Okay, here is a little video of how to use high pass to sharpen in Photoshop. I already opened a photo that I had that has no sharpening on it. So the first thing we need to do is make sure that we're both using the same workspace in Photoshop here. So if you go up into your workspace, up in the top right hand corner to the pull down, right now this is on Essentials. That may be what you have, it may not be. But let's just go down to Photography. Click that. You can see how the workspace has changed. Now let's make sure that we have all the same adjustments and things in our workspace, just so we're on the same page and you're not looking for things. Let's go up to the windows, and why don't you make sure that everything is clicked on that I have. Adjustments is clicked, layers is clicked, navigator is clicked, application frame, options, tools, and then this is the picture. So if you make sure all that's clicked on the same, then the view on the right should be the same for both of us. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do in this is we're going to make 2 extra layers on top of the background. So I use Command J for a shortcut to make 2 quick layers. The reason we make 2 layers is when we do a high pass filter, it's going to use that top layer. Then if I want to put a mask on that top layer, I need to be pulling from the bottom layer to pull that picture from the underside. And then the last layer, the background, is in case everything goes wrong and we want to just delete everything above it. So with that top layer highlighted, we are going to go up to Filter. We're going to go to Other, select High Pass. Now if you have the preview button on the high pass screen clicked like this, it will be grayed out. The reason is, as you use the slider, it will kind of show you what you are highlighting in your high pass and sharpening. So obviously if it's all the way to the left, it's not sharpening anything. As you slide it over a little bit, whatever you see, it's sharpening. As you can see, nothing in the background, if we stay low, nothing in the background is being sharpened. If we slide further to the right, now you can see things in the background are being sharpened. And we don't want all that sharpened. So we're going to stay down to about 1.8, maybe 1.6. We're going to click OK. Now you have a gray picture. But we're going to walk over to the right. On the layer type, it should be on normal. We're going to pull the drop down box and go over to Overlay. Now it is sharpened. You can tell this by if you click off that layer, which I will do, and I'll toggle it, and you can tell the difference. So you can see that there is a difference between what the sharpening did and that. Now, I myself don't like the whole body sharpened. It takes away from the face. So what I'm going to do is add a layer and mask that. So we're going to go down, click the mask, but I'm going to invert this so that all the high pass filter is turned off. So I'm going to use Command I to invert it, which brings up a black box. Now I'm going to go over to the brush, select white to show, and I'm going to select my brush to be 100%. So now what I'm going to do is just paint the eyes, maybe the whiskers. You can tell that that's kind of highlighting the whiskers a little bit. Maybe the nose. I'm going to do the ears. And I may do just a little bit around the top here, coming down the nose. And just a little bit on the cheeks. And then down the side so you can see all the little hairs show up. And I think that's about it. Now when I toggle off the mask, I can right click on the mask and disable the mask layer, and you can tell the difference. So that was before with everything with high pass. And then enable the mask layer. It's very subtle. Now if I turn off the whole layer and toggle, it's very subtle, but it's there. It's not overpowering. It's not fake looking. And that's the way you do it. If you don't like that mask, you can always disable, right click on the mask, disable it, and then the whole picture has the sharpening. Now the other option you can do on this is with this layer highlighted, go up to the opacity of that layer, which is 100%, and you can slide it down a little bit. So if you turn it all the way off and bring it back, you can see how much of it you like to have turned on. So maybe 100% is too much for you. So maybe you want to turn it down to 75%. So if we blow up the picture a little bit, I'm going to use Command plus, and then the center of the picture, I hit my space bar, turns up a hand, and then I can just drag it down with my mouse. So this is with the entire mask that's turned off, on, off, on. So you can tell the difference when it's enlarged like that. Now, if I turn on the mask layer, it looks to me not quite as fake as when the whole thing. So if I turn it off and on, it's just very subtle. And that's it.